Alicia Keys is widely regarded as one of the most influential artists in modern R&B and soul music, known for her powerful voice, classical piano training, and emotionally resonant songwriting. Her journey from a young prodigy in New York City to an international superstar is often told as a story of talent, perseverance, and artistic integrity. However, like many public figures, her career has also been surrounded by narratives that mix verified history, industry challenges, personal decisions, and media speculation. This rewritten account explores her life and career in a structured way, focusing on her early upbringing, entry into the music industry, rise to fame, creative struggles, personal life, controversies as they were publicly discussed, and her broader cultural impact. It is important to distinguish between documented career milestones and claims or rumors that circulated in media spaces, especially regarding her personal relationships. What remains consistent throughout her story is her influence on music, her commitment to artistic control, and her role in reshaping expectations for female performers in contemporary R&B. This narrative follows her progression chronologically, highlighting both achievements and controversies while maintaining a balanced perspective on how fame, media interpretation, and public perception intersect in shaping celebrity legacies. Early life and musical foundations. Alicia Keys was born in Manhattan, New York City, and raised primarily by her mother after her parents separated when she was very young. Growing up in a modest environment in Hell's Kitchen, she experienced both the challenges of urban life and the cultural richness of the city. Her mother recognized her early potential and enrolled her in piano lessons at a young age, a decision that would shape the rest of her life. From the beginning, Keys demonstrated exceptional musical ability, quickly mastering classical pieces and developing an advanced understanding of composition. She was influenced not only by classical composers such as Beethoven and Chopin, but also by jazz, soul, and R&B sounds that surrounded her in New York's diverse music culture. As she grew older, music became both an emotional outlet and a form of discipline. She attended a performing arts school where she studied vocal performance and theater, excelling academically while continuing to refine her musical craft. By her early teens, she was already composing original songs that blended classical piano structures with contemporary rhythms. Her talent stood out significantly among her peers, and she graduated early, having already set her sights on a professional music career. Around this time, she was introduced to industry professionals who recognized her unique sound and potential. Despite offers to attend university, she ultimately chose to pursue music full-time, believing that her artistic path required immediate immersion in the industry rather than academic delay. Early industry entry and record label challenges. At just 15 years old, Alicia Keys entered the music industry by signing with a major record label, an experience she later described as both exciting and creatively restrictive. Initially, she believed the opportunity would allow her to develop her sound and reach a wider audience. However, she soon encountered the realities of commercial music production, where branding and marketability often take priority over artistic expression. Executives reportedly attempted to shape her image into a more conventional pop format, encouraging changes in styling, presentation, and even musical direction. There was pressure to conform to industry standards that did not align with her identity as a classically trained pianist and songwriter. Instead of emphasizing her instrumental skills and original compositions, the label pushed for externally written material and a more standardized pop R&B sound. This period became a creative struggle for her. She resisted many of the imposed changes, preferring to write and perform her own music. The tension between artistic integrity and commercial expectations eventually led to her departure from the label. While this could have been a setback, it instead became a turning point. The experience strengthened her determination to maintain control over her creative direction and helped her clarify the type of artist she wanted to become. Industry figures who valued her originality continued to support her, eventually connecting her with opportunities that aligned more closely with her vision. Breakthrough success and debut album, era Alicia Keys' breakthrough, came after signing with a new record label that granted her greater creative freedom. This shift allowed her to fully embrace her identity as a songwriter, pianist, and vocalist. Her debut album introduced a distinctive sound that combined classical piano arrangements with contemporary R&B and soul influences. The result was both commercially successful and critically acclaimed, standing out in a music landscape dominated by heavily produced pop acts. The album's lead singles quickly gained widespread attention, with one particularly becoming a defining hit of her early career. Her music resonated with audiences because of its emotional depth, simplicity in production, and strong emphasis on live instrumentation. Unlike many emerging artists of the time, she positioned herself not just as a singer, but as a musician in the fullest sense, often performing piano while singing, which reinforced her authenticity. The album's success exceeded industry expectations, debuting at the top of major charts and selling millions of copies worldwide. Critics praised her maturity as a songwriter despite her young age, noting her ability to convey complex emotional themes such as love, independence, and vulnerability. This debut established her as a major new voice in R&B and set the foundation for a long-term career defined by both artistic credibility and commercial success. It also earned her multiple awards and positioned her among the most promising artists of her generation. Continued success and artistic growth following her debut, Alicia Keys released a second major album that further solidified her position in the music industry. This project demonstrated artistic growth, featuring more sophisticated songwriting and expanded thematic depth. The album explored relationships, identity, and emotional reflection, while maintaining her signature piano-driven sound. Commercially, the project was highly successful, debuting at #1 and selling hundreds of thousands of copies in its first week. Several singles became long-lasting hits, with one of them evolving into a defining love ballad of the decade. Critics noted that she was not a one-album success, but a consistent and evolving artist capable of sustaining both popularity and critical respect. During this period, she accumulated multiple prestigious awards, including Grammy wins, further reinforcing her influence in the industry. Her ability to maintain artistic control while achieving mainstream success became one of her defining characteristics. She was increasingly viewed as a role model for younger artists seeking to balance commercial demands with creative authenticity. By her early 20s, she had already achieved global recognition, record-breaking sales, and a strong artistic identity that distinguished her from many of her contemporaries. Public image, relationships, and media attention. As Alicia Keys' fame grew, so did public interest in her personal life. One of the most widely discussed aspects involved her relationship with music producer Swizz Beatz, which became a subject of media scrutiny. At the time, Swizz Beatz was publicly associated with another marriage, and the transition of relationships attracted significant controversy and public debate. It is important to note that much of the discourse surrounding this period was shaped by media interpretation, rumors, and conflicting accounts from those involved. Various narratives circulated online and in entertainment reporting, some of which were later clarified or disputed by the individuals involved. Over time, the focus of public attention shifted from controversy to reconciliation and family development. Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz eventually built a long-term partnership and marriage, and together they formed a blended family that included children from previous relationships as well as their own. Despite early public criticism, the couple later emphasized cooperation and co-parenting, even collaborating with others involved in their family structure to create a more harmonious environment for their children. Their relationship became an example of how public perception can evolve over time, especially when initial narratives are influenced by incomplete or sensationalized reporting. While early controversies remained part of media history, the long-term outcome centered more on family stability and shared parenting responsibilities. Marriage, family life, and blended dynamics. Alicia Keys' family life developed into a blended household involving multiple children and co-parenting arrangements. Her marriage to Swizz Beatz brought together children from previous relationships as well as their own, creating a complex but structured family environment. Over time, the family publicly emphasized unity, communication, and cooperation in raising the children. Despite early public skepticism, the couple and their extended family appeared to focus on maintaining stability and mutual respect. They also participated in public discussions about blended families, sharing insights into how they managed challenges related to co-parenting, trust building, and emotional healing. In later years, occasional rumors and online speculation about their relationship resurfaced, as is common with high-profile public figures. However, such claims were generally addressed as unverified or denied by the individuals involved. The broader narrative of their family life increasingly centered on collaboration rather than conflict, especially in relation to their children's upbringing. Their approach to family dynamics contributed to wider cultural conversations about modern relationships, divorce, reconciliation, and blended parenting structures. While not without challenges, their public image evolved toward one of partnership and shared responsibility rather than the earlier controversies that surrounded their relationship. No makeup movement and public reaction. In 2016, Alicia Keys made a highly publicized decision to appear without makeup in many public settings, including major performances and media appearances. She described this choice as part of a personal journey towards self-acceptance and authenticity. Her intention was to challenge conventional beauty standards and encourage self-confidence without reliance on cosmetics. The decision sparked widespread public discussion. Many praised her for embracing natural beauty and using her platform to question industry norms. Others criticized the move, arguing that it still represented a curated image and that her celebrity status afforded her privileges not accessible to most people. The debate expanded beyond her personal choice, becoming part of a larger cultural conversation about beauty standards, gender expectations, and authenticity in media representation. Supporters viewed her actions as empowering, while critics saw contradictions in how natural aesthetics are defined within celebrity culture. Despite differing opinions, the movement significantly increased her visibility as more than just a musician. She became associated with broader discussions about identity, self-image, and wellness, further expanding her influence beyond music into cultural commentary. Activism and international controversies beyond music. Alicia Keys has been involved in various humanitarian and social initiatives, including work related to health awareness, education, and global development programs. She co-founded charitable initiatives aimed at supporting families affected by illness and inequality, using her platform to raise funds and awareness. However, like many global celebrities, her participation in international events has sometimes drawn criticism. One notable instance involved her hosting or participating in a women-focused event in a country with ongoing debates about women's rights. Critics questioned the ethics of engaging with governments that have restrictive policies, while supporters argued that dialogue and visibility could encourage gradual change. This situation highlighted a broader debate in activism, whether engagement or boycott is more effective in addressing human rights concerns. Alicia Keys defended her involvement by emphasizing the importance of connection, representation, and supporting local voices. Critics, however, remained divided on whether such participation achieved meaningful impact. These controversies illustrate the complexity of global activism for public figures, where intentions, outcomes, and interpretations often differ depending on perspective. Legacy and cultural influence. Alicia Keys' legacy in music is defined by her ability to merge classical training with contemporary R&B, creating a distinctive sound that influenced an entire generation of artists. Her emphasis on live instrumentation, songwriting authenticity, and vocal performance helped reintroduce musical depth into mainstream pop and R&B during the early 2000s. She has sold tens of millions of records globally and received numerous awards recognizing her contributions to music. Beyond commercial success, her influence is evident in the rise of artists who prioritize musicianship and creative control. Many contemporary performers cite her as an inspiration for blending technical skill with emotional storytelling. Her career also reflects the evolving nature of celebrity culture, where artists are expected to navigate not only music, but also public identity, social issues, and personal branding. Through both achievements and controversies, she has remained a consistent presence in global entertainment for over 2 decades. Ultimately, her impact lies not only in her discography, but also in how she helped redefine expectations for female musicians in modern R&B. Outro. Alicia Keys' journey reflects the complexities of modern fame, where artistic success, personal choices, and public interpretation constantly intersect. From her early beginnings as a classically trained pianist in New York to her emergence as a global music icon, she has maintained a career defined by both resilience and reinvention. Her story includes moments of creative struggle, professional breakthroughs, public scrutiny, and cultural influence, all of which contribute to a multifaceted legacy. While media narratives have often emphasized controversy or personal speculation, her long-term contributions to music and culture remain central to her identity as an artist. She helped reshape R&B by bringing musicianship and emotional depth to the forefront, influencing countless artists who followed. At the same time, her public life illustrates the challenges faced by celebrities navigating relationships, activism, and personal expression under constant scrutiny. In the broader context, her career demonstrates how public figures are shaped not only by their achievements, but also by the stories told about them. Alicia Keys remains an enduring figure in contemporary music, with a legacy that continues to evolve alongside her artistic and personal journey.